In this video, I'm going to show you really quickly how you can pull positive responses from SmartLead, find the mobile numbers, and then push to Slack and Google Sheets, all completely automatically. That happens basically within seconds. And then the way that we use this, or the way that we've used this with clients, is basically any positive responses that come in from SmartLead, they will pull into this table. They will automatically find the mobile number as long as we have that person's LinkedIn. And obviously, the find rate isn't 100%, but I'm just going to show you how the kind of workflow goes and works. And then it'll push that automatically into Slack and Google Sheets just so we can track it. We can also push it to CRMs if you want to as well. But just for this sake and just for this case, it's pushing it into Google Sheets. But then what happens is on the back end, the client basically then gets the mobile number automatically pushed into Slack so that their sales team can basically call straight away when there's a positive response that comes into the inbox within SmartLead. This can also be done within instantly as well. But basically, it should allow you to save so much time from having to manually go in and find mobile numbers, go back and forth, not add it into your CRM and all this kind of stuff. You can just quite literally get the response in, push it, find the mobile number, automatically push that into Slack. So here's how it works really quickly. You can also get this template. I'll put it below in the what's it called, in the description as well. And I'm also putting together like a templates library. So if you sign up to the email newsletter below, that will basically be what you can get if you sign up there. We're also looking at potentially doing a school community as well, but that's something else that we'll talk about another time. So number one is you want to just configure the webhook. So the way that this would work is you go into SmartLead, and within the webhook section, here I'll show you. Come into SmartLead and go into the webhook section. You're going to add a webhook here. I'm going to name it and then put a URL of what the webhook would be. The way that this would work is when you're setting this up within Clay, it's going to ask you to copy a URL. So when you copy this template, it will ask you to copy a URL. If you just take that URL, so it's basically saying send the webhook to this place, you just take that URL of where you want it to send it to, which will pop up here when you're setting this up. Put that webhook URL into here, and then basically associate whether you want that specifically for a client, and then in which case you could just obviously put in different client details and stuff here. You can put it for a specific campaign, or you could do it at account level, so it goes for all of the different campaigns that you've got running at any one time. And then you can also set it as well so that you've got this for a specific step. So if, for example, you want it only if someone replies with your email, or sorry, not replies with your email, but lead category is updated. So if the AI categorizes it as interested, it will automatically then, or more info or information request or anything like that. You can then select the lead categories here. So you can put in, like information request, interested, meeting request, and so on. Once it gets updated to those, which will happen automatically because it categorizes it with AI, it will then push into the workflow. And the way that it works and what information it pulls in the campaign name, first name, last name, company name, the website, the email address, LinkedIn profile. It'll also pull in the office number if you have the office number or you've pulled in the data for the number from the company. But if not, then this will just be blank anyway, so don't worry about it too much. It'll also pull in the inbox thread URL, so the response will come into here, so you'll be able to click on that and basically go directly to respond to the prospect. This will also be pushed into the Slack messaging as well. So in the Slack channel, you'll also get the inbox URL, and you can obviously map all of the data that you want within the Slack. So you'll be able to click that, go straight to the inbox URL, plus also get the mobile number as well. So it means that you can be really, really quick with speed to lead for any leads that come through. And then it'll do a workflow, a waterfall basically to find the mobile number across multiple different providers. So using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different providers. And then it will also normalize the mobile number at the end, basically. So yeah, essentially, if you don't know how this works, it'll try and find the mobile number with this provider, which is Forager. If it doesn't find it here, it'll try and find it here with Nimbler, I think it is. If it doesn't find it here, it'll try Lead Magic. Doesn't find it here, it'll try Tagma, and so on and so forth. If it does find it, then it will just stop the rest of the waterfall, and it will only do it. It will only pull the number from this particular one, for example, and then it will output the number back here as well. So once you've got the number, again, the find rate might be anywhere. What we've experienced is anywhere from 30 to 50%. Usually is the kind of find rate that you're kind of that you should sort of be expecting. If you can get maybe 60 or 70%, you might be able to get that with different. It depends on the industry you're working with. This was with, I believe we used it a couple of times with local businesses, and the find rate was about 30 or 40%. So it just depends on where you're using it. With local businesses, one thing to say, you will need to find their LinkedIn profile somehow, which I've got other videos on how you can kind of do that. We did also use it, I think, for lawyers, accountants, and a range of different industries. So it is a little bit easier if you basically if your ICP is on LinkedIn and they've got a lot of their like information and stuff on LinkedIn, it's usually a lot easier to find the mobile numbers in those kinds of sectors, like tech and so on. You'll be able to find a fair few mobile numbers there. It might be find rate might be higher at like maybe 60%. Then what we do is we push the message to Slack, and you can obviously just configure this in whatever way that you want. You can set the channel name, and then just pull in whatever information that you want. So here in this case, we had the website, the campaign name, so we knew which campaign it was coming from, first name and last name. We put the office number here just as a fail safe, because in this particular case of the campaign that we were running, we pulled the phone number, but you can just remove this if you don't want it. We also put the inbox thread. So again, once within the Slack, you can also see what the message. You can go directly to the inbox, so you can see what the message is really easily. And then obviously instantly in both, you can also do the same thing on instantly as well. But they both have their apps as well, so you'll be able to click on the link, go directly to the app basically, and then it will pull the mobile phone number as well. So this is all the information. You can also add their LinkedIn, you can connect anything else if you wanted to, but this is just the info that we had. Or you can also have conditional formulas that say, for example, if they haven't got the mobile number, don't send it, or something. If mobile number is empty, then don't send it. So things like that. And then we would just pull the information into a Google Sheet basically, which you'll be able to. We just mapped all the info here, and then we can basically keep track of everything. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can also set this up in your CRM or with a client CRM or whatever it is. HubSpot, Pipedrive, Salesforce, really easy to integrate into here. But just in this case for this client, we just put it into Google Sheet, but you can change that if you wanted to. So I hope it's been useful. Like I said, just as a quick summary, you're pulling in a positive response from Smart Lead when it's like interested, information request or meeting request, something along those lines. It's then enriching, finding their mobile number automatically, and then pushing that to Slack, pushing it to Google Sheets so you can keep track of it, and then pushing it to Slack with all the information that you need of is the inbox thread, so you can click on it and go directly to the message within the inbox. And you can also get the mobile number, so your sales team can basically call them for any positive and warm leads that have quite literally just replied positively. So yeah, hope this was useful. If you need any more information, feel free to book in a call below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.